Good evening, YouTubers. This is Pokediged here. So, welcome back for another anime preview to share with all of you. So, lately I have actually done a unexpected 2 Kujis. One is just I really am desperate for that, and the second one is just because I really want a certain item and I'm not going to spoil it, which you have to wait for that video to come. But today's theme of the day, which to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Digimon Adventures, which this show was actually started on March 7, and as for the Ultramanchu Doremi, or aka Magical Doremi, that one was released on February 7. So both of these animes are actually released on the same year, 1999, but just different months. So Digimon was like 1 month younger than the Ultramanchu Doremi. And now, because you can see right on my hand that I've actually bought this one last week on April 7th. And this one is one I've been long waiting for. It's the complete selection animation Digivice 1999. So you may be wondering, did I ever have the CSA Digivice Try and the CSA Digivice Merciful mode? Definitely I did not, which there's actually a few reasons why. Before I start opening this, there's 2 reasons why I decided not to get those 2 Digivices. Because number 1, they released it a little bit too early. And number 2, I'm finding that the other CSA Digivice Merciful mode is not really the complete. They should have just say incomplete, or just say like half complete, like 50% complete. If you have those devices, then you know what I'm referring to. And if you did get this, then you know why am I saying these. So without that, let us open the box. And to prove you that this one is fully works, and I tested out, and I bought this for 620 Hong Kong dollars, and I wrote it here just to show you proof that I bought this, legit. Even though that this box right here inside, there is a label at the back saying that there's this Hong Kong sticker like that. Then within 7 days you need to check if there's any problems, then we can go there. So if you have a sticker like this, it says here, service will be suspended after 7 days of receipt of good delivery. And then saying that if there's no problem within 7 days, then you cannot, return this back, even though you have the receipt. So looking at the box itself, you can see the 1999, because celebrating the 20th anniversary, and I really love this icon. Then of course we cannot forget Bandai, and then the Toei animation written in Japanese. So it's Bandai 2019 made in China, and you can see the silhouette of these words. Then there's Agumon and Taichi. And then as for the back, just to let you show you to you all, here are the stickers that and don't worry, these definitely are legit. So don't worry. And I even did check this out before I decided to do a preview. And after more than an hour to test this out, I have found something that may blow your mind, which it actually blew my mind already. That I tested out, and there's some things that those of you may or may not know about these functions, but I will try my very best to keep this very simple as I can, because I don't read much of the Japanese kinds, even though you have the instructions, but there's a lot of stuff you may not know. Same for me, so I have to explore, and the more I explore to this interesting Digivice, not the ones like this kind of games like these ones, this really has tons of it, and this is definitely worth to get if those of you are a hardcore fan of Digimon and grew up with this anime. So before I open this one, here is the ones comes provided. Instead of a postcard, they give you this. So I have not opened this as proof to you all. I have not opened it to share with all of you Digi-fans out there. So at the back you can see the CSA Digivice 1999 and the photo from the scene of the last episode of episode 54. So let us open this one right here first before I will demonstrate to you the Digivice right here. And of course the batteries provide here. That of course is sold separately. You need to get your own batteries. It is a two AAA batteries. So you can see all the 8 Digidestins and then the episode 54 again. So as you open it, you can see all the, descriptions, what the character wants to say, the developers, what they, talk about this Digivice, each and every one of them. So if those of you read fluent Japanese and you know about this, then good for you, because unlike me, I did not. And here are the old records of the 20 years ago, and then these are the two Digivices that I did not get, which you'll see why I prefer this one rather than getting these two. And then for this, you can see all the functions from the, when you get these old classic Digivices, showing you all the histories and stuff, and then how the evolutions, which I really like this part, showing you the year, and then what Digivice, and so forth. And I really watch all of these ones until Digimon Frontiers. But the 5th, 6th, and 7, I did not watch that. Kind of lost my touch there because the storyline kind of confused me, and I'm sorry if those of you likes one of those seasons, but please don't kill me, because I really didn't get the story plot starting at the season 5 to 7. So putting that aside right here, and look first to the Digivice. So inside here they have this, of course, this paper or leaflet, and then we have the Digivice but no batteries, and then at the bottom you can tell there is that instruction manual. But because a lot of you don't really read Japanese, so I will not going to take the the instructions out. I'm just gonna leave it right here to let you see how it looks like, and it's really long. And here's the Digivice that comes along. Here's the screwdriver, and then here's the Digivice. So if you take this out, it's really is gorgeous. And I already put the battery because I have tested out. Don't forget that. So I'm now going to put this one, just to save time. And here I have the pen. Then here's the screwdriver on top that I can just put this one and then lock it right here. So looking further on the detailing on this Digivice, it's brilliant. Really love that oceanic color theme. They can see the digital code words. You can see it's that kind of glittery silver, and if you can see clearly, I'm trying my best, it's a little bit of a glitter, if you can see that, a little bit a glitter on the Digivice right here. I'm so sorry if my phone keeps trying to autofocus itself, but you can tell even the buttons right here are made of like this plastic. Then even the antenna, look at that, they have nailed it so good. Even the carving of these, they got it, they spotted on. Then here's the switch off and on, and then the button right here is for the selection of the characters of both the Digimon and the Digidestined, which is cool. And then for this one, whatever you select the character for this part, sorry about my face. And then as for this part, is once you click in this one will have where they're having the conversations, they're talking, and they have a lot of dialogue. So I kind of lose my count how many dialogues they have, but they have tons of it. And then as for this is the BGM, which is the background music of the butterfly, the brave heart, and then another butterfly, but the part of the episode 54 where the Digimons will say sayonara, joskete, those kinds of a few sentences when they have to bid farewell. That last episode, touching moment. And there's something unique that I have found out that not so many of the people that who already did the preview on this noticed. I noticed that there's something missing. Because after just trying to press randomly by accident, I noticed something that it's not here. So if I'm going to tell you about the functions, like the detailing, I'm not going to explain a lot, but all I could say is whatever you have watched other people did a preview on this, there's some things that you may or may not know about it, so try to pay attention. And before I will on this Digivice, look at the detailing. And if you do the evolution, like when you click the evolution here, the Braveheart or any song, then you make the Digimon or the the characters start talking, and then their evolution goes on. The lights will glow on the four edges, and then you see something here that, remember that screen that the bar, which I'll put a photo right here, when they start to evolve, that is epically cool. And then when it comes to the variety of colors, when they do the Warp Shinka, or aka Mega Evolution, in this version, only Agumon and Gamon has that, while Piamon, Tentomon, Gomon, Patamon, and Telmon, they do not have. But if you have the CSA Digivice Tri, they do have, because on the Tri movie, they have the their Mega Evolutions. But because they're following on the season 1, so I can, accept this one, because Taichi and Yamato's Digimon Agumon and Gabumon have the Mega Evolution. And then I cannot say anything yet, but I will leave the surprise to the very, very end. So I will not explain further details because it's over 10 minutes already. So let us begin. And you can see my Samsung phone over there. So let us on this. Ready? Whoops, my bad. So yes, I forgot to mention that once you leave the Digivice long, like 15 seconds, whatever characters that you select, let's say Taichi and an Agumon, there'll be orange blinking like twice. Same for the characters, but just different variety of characters. Or if you leave it for 15 seconds, it will go like that. Or if you select a certain evolution, it will be the same thing. So I'll give you some sample. So let us just go for the intro first for the characters. That's a special dialogue between Agumon and Taichi, which I never hear this on YouTube. So let's go again on the selection. That's a greeting of Yamato and Gabumon. Sora and Byamon's intro. Koshiro and Tentomon's intro. That's Mimi and Palmo's intro. Joe and Gomomon's intro. That's Patamon and Takeru's intro. And last but not least, my favorite of all, and that's definitely Hikari and Talmon. So each of them, yes, so I will just off this again. So as I was exploring this and then testing out if it's true or false like that, after watching people doing their intro about their Digivice through YouTube, I get it. But then there are some things on this Digivice that maybe a lot of you may not know, which I know I keep repeating this on already, but there are some things that really surprise me and not many people really want to show it. I don't know, for some odd reason, but it's for the background music. I understand, because due to the copyright issue, but I'm not here because of the copyright issue. I'm here is to find, just to let you see what is the some parts that people are missing out. For example, number 1, the dialogues of the characters. So once you click on the selection of the characters, let's say you choose Taichi and Agumon, then every phrases, a sentence, or dialogues, they keep on going once you press this. There's something that really surprised me, because I read it down on a paper. So to make it simple as I can, as I'm reading on the paper on my right hand, that if you press during their evolution, during their conversation, their conversation, in the middle, they actually have the evolution as they talk based on a certain type of episode. Let's say the ones they don't have the evolutions are Sora, Joe, and Hikari, which I am surprised about that. But for Taichi, Yamato, Koshiro, Takeru, they have. But for Mimi, she has two times of the evolution. And then during those evolution, Mimi has different dialogues than the ones you just regularly press this one and then have the evolution on that certain form. I'm not going to say it yet until I press it, because if you try to compare it and listen carefully, you know what I am referring to. Then on this button again, there is a 3 interesting or special episode. If I say that correctly, one is from episode 53, not all of it, just some parts, and some parts from episode 54. But then there's another bonus, hidden bonus, which is from the movie, the very first Digimon movie. I am not joking. That really caught me. I was so shocked about that. So I am not going to go through of the evolution, which I may do the evolutions for this section probably on the next video to let you all Digifans enjoy the moment. But for this time around, I'm going to put the dialogues and then the special moments. So I'll just on it back again. This time the right way. Okay, so let us begin. And yes, we can't forget that is Taichi and Agumo's intro. The other one was like a little bit unique. So let us press here to continue their dialogues. So now moving on to Yamato and Gabumon.
石田大和だ。ガブモンだよ。大和、お前の持ってるそれ。え？ああ、こいつは。僕、そのもんです。ガブモン、お前タケルのそばへ行け。え？なんで？お前のそばだと暑苦しいんだよ。へえ、タケルを温めてほしいのか。そんなこと言ってねえだろ。テレアなんだから。それはお前だろ。もうヤマトの吹くハーモニカが聴けないなんて、あの優しい音色が聴けないなんて。ヤマトー！プチファイヤー！プチファイヤー！ガブモン進化！ガブモン！プチファイヤー！プチファイヤー！ガブモン超進化！友情の紋章。なんでこんな俺の紋章が友情なんだ。ヤマト、ガブモン。何も太一みたいに突っ走るばかりが正しいわけじゃない。きっとヤマトにはヤマトにしかできないことがあるはずだよ。俺にしかできないこと。それを二人で見つけようよ。そのために必要なら俺はヤマトのために戦うよ。ガブモン。たとえみんなを敵に回しても俺はヤマトと一緒だよ。ガブモン。カッコばかりつけて人を寄せつけないで。でも本当はヤマト一人は嫌だよ。俺がいるでしょ。俺がヤマトを必要としているみたいにヤマトも俺を必要としてくれよ。そしたらきっともっと頑張れるから。そうだガブモン、お前がいてくれるから
Now for Sora.
竹之内空よ。ピヨモンよ。空、ピヨモンのこと助けに来てくれた？もちろんだよ。大事な仲間だからね。ありがとう、空。私が行かなきゃ。無理よ、そんな体で。分かってよ、空。私行かなきゃいけないの。行っちゃダメ。離して。ダメ。言ってはダメよ。どうして分かってくれないのよ。その言葉、昔私がお母さんに言った言葉と同じ。お母さん、本当は私のことを一番大切に思って。ちゃんと紋章光ったじゃないか。気がついたら私、お母さんと同じことしてた。そうら？それで分かったよ。お母さんの愛情が。私も感じたよ。空の愛情。いつもの空に戻ってよかった。あっちの世界に帰ったら、お母さんによろしくね。そのことでは、ピヨモンにお礼を言わなくちゃ。私、お母さんとずっと誤解があったの。でも、ピヨモンのおかげでそれが解けたの。本当？本当よ。本当なら、ピヨモン嬉しい。いつも空に甘えて、迷惑ばかりかけてたと思ってたから。そんなことない。そんなことなかったよ。ピヨモン。空。ピヨモン。ねえ、あなたはどんな進化をしてきたの？私は変わらないの。いつでもあなたと会えるように変わらないの。もっとあなたの進化を見せてほしいわ。
So you may notice there's no evolution because I already mentioned that Sora, Joe, and Hikari does not have the evolution. So for the sake of you who are curious about the evolution, so I'm going to press here, but it will only go from Piyamon and then Badromon, Garudamon, and then the training form, which is her form, and then to Piyamon. I forgot the name, but just listen.
ずっと待ってた。
Okay, I didn't expect that, so let's go for the evolution. Not this one, but that you can hear is the butterfly. And this is the whole Braveheart, but I'm going to do this for the sake for the Digivolutions that's been selected to one just now.
空を助けなきゃ。マジカルファイヤー。空を助けなきゃ。ピヨモン進化。
Next is Koshiro and Tentomon.
泉幸四郎です。
わて、テントン言います。
太一さん。おう、幸四郎。よかった。僕、一人ぼっちになったかと思って。何言ってます。うちがついてるやないですか。うわ、幸四郎、そいつは？うち、もちもん言います。 たい。僕は知りたい。テントも。
小四郎はん。
君にはお世話になりました。テントも。
小四郎はんたら、最後の最後までそんな他人行儀なこと言わはる。
ごめんよ。でも、なんて言えばいいのでしょうか。こんな時。
難しい質問でんな。せやけど、無理に言葉作ろうでもなんやさかい、他人行儀でもよろしいやないですか。いつか自然と言える日が来まっしゃろ。
そう思う？僕もそうなったら。
アンさん、ちょっと見えひんうちにエロりりしくなりましたな。そんなアンさんを見れて、わてはほんま嬉しいですわ。知りたいという心をこれからも大切にしてってや。
Now for Mimi and Palmon.
私、立川ミミ。小学4年生よ。パルモンよ。ミミ、大丈夫？カメモン？ヌメモン？ヌメモンが、なんで？ヌメモンが私たちのために戦ってくれてる。パンチ投げるしか取り柄がないのに。汚くて根性もないヌメモンたちが、ミミを必
Now for Joe and Gomamon.
木戸城、6年だ。
おいらはゴマモンって言うんだ。
助けてくれ。変な奴に追われて。
変なやつじゃないよ。ポカモンだよ。
それにしても、大きな山だな。
もう音を上げたのか？
そんなんじゃないよ。
いざとなったら、おいらが手を貸してやるよ。
手？それ手だったの？
怒るよ。
あ、冗談冗談。どうした？
ゾウにも冗談が言えるんだ。なんでもない。さ、行くぜ。
ありがとう、ゴマモン。君のおかげで助かったよ。
おう。はあ、ゴマモン照れてる。うるさい。照れてなんかないやい。ジョー、ずいぶん男らしくなったね。
なんだよ。それじゃあ前は男らしくなかったみたいじゃないか。ゴマモンとはあまりいいコンビじゃなかったけど、いろいろ楽しかったよ。
おいらもさ、それよりあっちの世界に戻ったら勉強頑張れよ。何？
握手しよう。
いいぜ。何？
あ、それ、やっぱり手だったんだ。
なあなあ、勉強たくさんしてるか？焦ってもいいことないんだし、ドーンと行こうぜ。な。マジルビシーズ！ゴマモン進化！
僕たちに任せてくれ。こいつは僕たちに任せてくれ。
ポカモン進化！ゴマモン！
Now for Patamon and Takedo.
高石タケル、小学2年生だよ。僕はパタモンだよ。こっちだよ、タケル。どこも。僕もいつかは進化するんだ。それはいいんだけど、進化した後もタケルとずっと友達のままでいられるのかな。あ、何？どうしたの？
僕の力消し去ってくれる。我が元に集まれ、聖なる力よ。タケル、怪我はないか？
大丈夫だよ。ありがとう、エンジモン。
エンジェル超進化ホーリーエンジェルホーリーディスイルーションヘブンズゲート
ドゴモン進化。パタモン。エンジモン。
タケル、きっとまた会える。君が望むなら。
エンジモン。行こうよ。どんな敵が待ってるかわからないけど、やってみようよ。きっと、エンジモンもそう言うと思うんだ。だから、僕、諦めないよ。最後まで諦めない。僕たちが死んだら、この世界も、僕たちの世界も滅んでしまう。だから、諦めちゃダメなんだ。エンジモン。
タケル、お前の暗黒の力消し去ってくれる。我がタケル、怪我はないか？
大丈夫だよ。ありがとう、エンジモン。
エンジェル超進化ホーリーエンジェルホーリーディスイルーションヘブンズゲート
ドゴモン進化。パタモン。いやー、シャット。
Lastly but not least, my most favorite, Hikari and Talmon.
柳ひかりです。小学2年生です。
私はテイルモンだ。
ミーコどこなの？ミーコ。あなた、悪魔の友達？
あ、
そうでしょ？
ミャーミャー
名前は？
ミャー
供を待っていた。光、私は光を待っていたんだ。私を待っていた？ずっと探していたんだ。光を。テールモン。お兄ちゃん、テールモンは光のデジモンなんだよ。私がそのデジモン。光のことは必ず守ります。信じさえすれば、夢も希望もある。その夢を実現させるためにも、お前を倒す。お前を倒さなければ、本当の自分を取り戻すことができないからだ。テールモン、帰ってくるよね。帰ってきてね。テールモン！ウィザーモン！ウィザーモン！死んじゃダメ！死なないで！ウィザーモン！ウィザーモン、すまない。こんなことに巻き込んで。ウィザーモン。いや、ウィザーモン。いやいいの？うん。ありがとう。とっても似合うよ。そう。じゃあ、元気でね。光。うん。またね。また？うん。また。君のそばに行っていいか？君の隣にいることが、私にとって落ち着く場所なんだ。私の大切な場所。これからも大事にしていきたい。
So after you have heard all of these, right, then there's a little bit of bonus on their dialogue. So after 50 seconds, you see the blinking, right, and then here's another thing special of their dialogue. So after you hear that one, you press here, and then it has this a little bit of a intro, a second intro. Let's hear.
おかえりなさい。待っていたぞ。
So if you go back to Taichi again,
俺、八神太一。お台場小学校の5年生だ。バカ！あの
so it's the same thing. You have to wait for 15 seconds as usual, and then you hear the flashing of each and every one of the characters.
君を待ってた。絶対来るって信じてたんだ。
石田大和だ。ダボモンだよ。遅いぞ。何やってんだよ。
おかえり。待ちくたびれたよ。竹之内空よ。ピヨモンよ。ずっと待ってた。泉孝志郎です。
わて、テントン言います。
ゆっくり休めましたか？
元気が一番です。
あたし、立川ミミ。小学4年生よ。サルモンよ。もう、あたしを置いてどこ行ってたのよ。ちょっと遅かったんじゃない？
木戸城、6年だ。
おいらは、コモンって言うんだ。
今まで一体どこに行ってたんだ。
ちょっとは落ち着きなよ。高石たける。小学2年生だよ。僕は、タタモンだよ。おかえり。ずーっと待ってたよ。
And since because I forgot that almost forgot that Telmon has the don't have the evolution song when they're having their conversation, so I'll do this one.
猫キック。猫パンチ。猫キック。テイルモン超進化。テイルモン。その罪の大きさを知れ。セイントエアー。
So in my conclusion, this Digivice is definitely worth of getting because it has the dialogues, each and every one of those episodes. Well, not all, but most of the episodes. And you may notice that every time as I press the characters that I selected, 5 of the Digidestined, except for Sora, Joe, and Hikari, each of them has these evolutions at the back, but you don't really have to select these ones. And then every time I press longer, you can hear that instead of the attacks from the Digimons, you can hear the conversation of the Digidestined, which is epically cool. And then there's always these 15 seconds later, once you press this button, you can hear their extra intro, which is very, very interesting. And I don't see anyone do a preview on this bonus part. And plus that I have mentioned on the beginning on this video of this BGM button, that there's a 3 bonus dialogue of the episode 53, episode 54, and the very first movie. I'm not going to press it on this right now because editing on this is going to be a very long one. So I will leave the special BGM on the next video. So stay tuned for that for those of you who are a hardcore fan of this Digimon to celebrate this 20th anniversary. So to tribute to this and to end this video, here is a very tribute to the voice of Taichi, the voice of Sora, and of course the singer of Digimon King of all time, Koji Waka, if I pronounce his name correctly. So rest in peace for these legend people, 2 voice actors and actress, and the king of singers. Rest in peace for those 3 people who have gone into our lives, but they gave us so much memories of this Digimon Adventures. So if you did enjoy this video, everyone, of this CSA Digivice 1999 to celebrate its 20th anniversary, let me know in the comments down below, have you gotten this one yet, or the other 2 CSA Digivice? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you did like this video and if you did enjoy this one, feel free to give this video the thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for the next video of this special CSA Digivice 1999.